and welcome back to Growers Farm. My name is James. Today is August the 18th, and as you can see, our canola here is getting very, very close to being harvested. We're not quite there yet. We've got probably a week or so, I think, more before it's quite ripe enough for us to harvest. But yeah, soon enough we're going to be getting the combine out on the fields here. Including, so we've got wheat field and barley field and lots of stuff to harvest, which is great. We are really at the point where we need to get this stuff harvested now. For a couple of reasons. One, the summer is we're going into the autumn. And yeah, the longer this goes, the more chance we are of getting rained on. And being unable to get the crops up. But secondly, as you can see at the far end here, we're getting some very, very low on straw bales. We've only got 2 left, and we're going to be using both of those today. So, yeah, about another week or so, hopefully we're going to be able to get to harvesting the wheat. And if we can do that, then we're going to be in a really good position. I'll get this started up. Because we'll then be able to get a whole raft of new straw bales in. And we need to do that because, yeah, otherwise we've got nothing to do the cows with. Today, I need to back up to this better. There we go. Easier to come round from the left than the right, I find. Right. Let's hook this up. So, hook that up. Hook those. Oh, and... come on. Stop falling off. Right, you held? Good. Need to give them a good tug. There we go. That is all hooked up. So we'll get this into position, ready for us to load it up. I think I found a solution to our problem with the forklift setup. So I am looking at getting something that works very much like a forklift, but I don't really want to spend forklift level money when we have stuff sitting around the yard that we could possibly or potentially use just as well. So I have a piece of kit on order. Hopefully it will arrive soon. But it should give... At the end of the day, it should give a new lease of life to this little tractor here, because we don't have a lot of use for our 6810 at the moment. So I'm going to turn it into a forklift, and I'll show you what that means probably over the next couple of weeks when the new piece of kit arrives. But yeah, rather than buy a brand new forklift or even a second-hand forklift, we might as well use our 6810. Useful little tractor, will be manoeuvrable enough. And we should be able to get around the problem of our storage shed just being way, way too small for our to use this tractor in effectively. So yeah, I'm looking to move things about a little bit. So yeah, not increasing the amount of equipment we have on the farm. Well, not increasing the amount of tractors or vehicles we have on the farm. Just adding a little bit more to make things that little bit easier for us. Speaking of which, let's get this bale. Whoa. Now I'm very much thinking that we're not going beyond this year. I don't think we're going to store around wrapped silage bales in here. We do have an awful lot of them sitting out on the field fermenting at the moment. So once those are done, we're going to be selling some of those. And that's another expense that we need to sort, is that we need to get those... some of those sold, I think. We've got an awful lot of them. We're going to be looking at buying in some hay bales, I think. We're in a stage where it's much easier for us actually to do those bales and to make money that way than it is for us to do it the other way. Let's just do that down a little bit. Make sure that we're firing it between the slats. There we go. properly targeting our straw because we want to get it in the right place. And if we don't target it properly, we could end up with all sorts of problems. There we are. That's our first one done. So let's get the second one in and get that blown in there as well. And then we can switch this out for the feeding wagon, which will be much better. Right, like so. And then in we go. Up, and we've got it. There we are. So yeah, this is basically we're going through the motions on the animal side of things again today. We need to keep on top of our animals. If we don't, then we sort of end up in all sorts of issues and all sorts of problems. And is that might stay on there enough? I'm hoping it will. Yeah, that looks like we might be okay with that. Let's give that a try. No, we're not. Ah. Did roll off the back. Sometimes you get these positioned right, sometimes you miss it and you don't quite get it captured on that back door. It can be a pain. I know some farmers don't actually even open the back door on these things because it can be a pain to load them in. They just load it from the top. Trouble is, you sometimes get a bale sort of jammed in at the wrong angle. And when you do that, can be really, really hard to correct. On the other hand, you could be like me and, well, actually you can see from my loading here exactly why I don't like to put it at the top. If I get it jammed wrong, I'm going to be struggling to get it sorted. Alright. Let's get this in here then. And oh, right, that hopefully is in the right place this time. Yeah, there we go. Right, turn this off. And yeah, you can see now that is absolutely in the right place. And we can jump into the tractor, close it up. Spin around in our yard and get this unloaded and get the cows bedded properly. We need to feed them as well today. They need a good thing of mixed ration. We're not obviously going to put any straw into it. When we have an abundance of straw, we do like to pad it out with pad the mixed ration out with straw. When we're so low on straw, we tend to stop adding it in. It only sort of bulks it out rather than provides too much nutritional value. So, right, we want to put this one away now. Get back this in. There we go. We want to get it with enough space that we can get the feeding trailer out. Just going to pull forward a little bit. There we go. So just going to turn the engine off. Much safer to undo the PTO when the engine is off. And then we'll grab our feeding trailer. Like so. There we are. Connect that all up and take it out. So we have nothing in this at the moment. We're going to bring this back out and load it up with 2 of each, I think. We've got a fairly even number of hay bales versus straw bales here. Let's see how we go. Right, so let's grab a couple of these. Now we can take 2 at a time with this front loader if we position things right, like so. So 16,000 litres between all these bales, and of course again we're in a position where I'm not 100% sure of exactly where I am. Like that. I'm going to get those, there we go, into the trailer. And if we look at this, we can see how full we are. We are, yeah, we're going to basically put 2 of each in. It won't be a full trailer's worth, but it will be enough to, you know, for us to do a couple of runs at this. We also need to take a couple of hay bales round to the sheep as well. So, right, and we're in, and we're up. And we can get these in there as well. Like so. And they're in too. Right, so turn the tractor off. No point in leaving, well, yeah, point in leaving this running, except that I forgot to turn on the mixer. So a total mix ration in here. We're empty on the right hand side. And just bring it round. Like so. Get as close to our trough as we can. And empty it out. And this will then feed our cows very nicely and keep them very, very happy. Nope, we need to back up a little bit. Got a bit far along. There we go. Emptying very, very nicely. And done. So we'll do a second load of that. And we'll leave the mixer running this time, so it's mixing it straight off. It was fine that time, but we could do with making sure it mixes it straight from the get-go. So start her up, and 2 more bales needed from here. Make sure we've got a nice flat set of tines. Yeah, so you see, considering we're through most of this year, we do not have a huge amount of hay bales here. We really, really need to get a load of hay bales done. I'm going to check the grass, because we've got, I'm running up to harvest. We actually have quite a few days of dry weather. I'm wondering if it will be enough to, for us to be able to dry crop, or dry grass. See if we can get some hay in, because yeah, autumn weather is historically in Scotland not great for drying hay. So I think we may have missed our hay drying possibilities this year. But I'm going to have a look. I'm going to go and see what's going on and see if we can actually do it. Where are we? What's going on? Okay. I think we weren't far enough forward then. There we go. Those are in. And we can back off. Next thing we got to do is take a couple of hay bales and go and give them to the sheep. 16,000 litres in here. I didn't give myself enough turning circle. Concentrating way too much on how much I got in my trailer rather than how much I'd actually got to, or how much turning I got to do. Let's empty this out. Very nicely going in there. So this will keep our cows fed for a good long while. And we should be okay. Alright. So, that is this job jobbed. I'm just going to park this back up here. Turn off the mixer. And that will do. And turn off this tractor because we need to pop back to this one. Spin around and just grab ourselves 2 more hay bales so that we can go out and get our sheep sorted. There we go. Grab a couple of hay bales. Round we go. I've got to be, oh, don't want these to go into the cow feed. So I'm wary of that. And we head out here. There we go. And our sheep will be very glad of these. Yeah, grass seems pretty good at the moment. That field of barley over here, that's looking... Is that barley or is that wheat? Sorry, field of wheat. This field of wheat is looking quite good. That will have grown fairly soon, I think. And just hop back through the fence there. Yeah, so this is all looking very good on the farm at the moment. We're doing really well. I'm very, very pleased. We need to get the bucket out here and clean up the overspill from the trough. But we're going to put these 2 down here, and that should fill up the sheep's feed as well. There we go. Yeah. And then we're in an absolutely great position going into the harvest, having to worry less about our animals. Should probably rehang this gate at some point. It's a little bit odd that it opens into the field like that. I should have... we should probably have hung it the other way, although it would be a pain to change those posts over. We'll see how we do. There we go. Bring this closed. And latch it shut. And away we go. Alright, let's just do pretty much exactly what I said. We need to switch out for our bucket and get the sheep sorted and cleaned. There we go. Spike off. And we'll hook up to the bucket. There we go. Round and out. And then we'll be done quite nicely. Hopefully we're going to get a nice, good, nice set of wool after this winter as well. Their coats haven't really started growing that much yet. I mean, they obviously grow, but they really sort of hit it mid to late autumn. So that they're nice and fluffy for the winter. There we go. And keeps them warm during the winter, and then come the springtime, we wanna grab it. We wanna get them sheared, so that we can then use it. Right, not a huge amount. It looks like a lot of grass here, but it's not a huge amount of grass on the ground. Only sort of 90 litres or so. We'll just put that back in the trough. They'll have that. And that's that. That's all good. So, yeah. we are in a great position. We're heading into the harvest. I should think next vlog or the vlog after will probably be us getting into the harvest. For now, though, we've got our animals sorted for today. So I just get... That sheep didn't care. So for today, this is where I'm going to leave today's vlog. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.